I think it's a great port.
But the West Coast, Oakland, is far superior to any place else. I know because I've been there. It just works good.
You can handle your breakbulk cargo, your container freight, just about anything at the Port of Oakland.
Whether you're importing or exporting, anywhere in the world, Oakland is the perfect location for a port. On the middle of the West Coast, on the mainland side of San Francisco Bay. Modern terminals with lots of storage room along the water's edge, with transcontinental railroads, interstate highways, even an airport, all close together, and apart from the urban traffic that slows down port activity in many cities.
It is a good spot. I think Oakland is the greatest. I mean, everything is right for it here.
It's a too big, huge, vast area Port of Oakland has, and I could see so many ships coming in, big container ships, which might take cargo for any part of the world.
The Port of Oakland was built to handle any and all kinds of general cargo. It's the largest port on San Francisco Bay, with 4 major marine terminal areas, including 27 berths for everything from ocean-going barges to super container ships 3 football fields long. Already, over 1 million square feet of warehousing have been built for storage and distribution, with more to come. There's no space problem at Oakland.
We've got a lot of room for expansion. We've got unlimited expansion here well into the 21st century.
At Oakland, growth has become a way of life. Cargo tonnage has tripled in the last 10 years. With a vast new 7th Street terminal and the expanding terminals at Outer Harbor and Middle Harbor, the port now has 300 acres of open container storage area, served by 14 container cranes. Oakland has remained the #1 container port in the Pacific Basin. Today, more than 50 steamship lines call at the Port of Oakland.
The calling card here is containers.
The trend in ocean transportation today is towards fully containerized shipping, and more cargoes are being shipped in containers every day.
They're less pilferable, less damage, and you get them there faster.
We were one of the very first on this coast to go fully into containerization.
come in here and load out 10,000 tons in a period of 16 working hours, or 24 working hours a maximum.
The faster, the better.
Shippers across the country have come to rely on the port's fast, direct delivery by truck. The access roads lead right from the terminals to the interstate highways, just a few blocks away.
This is a confluence of the major freeways. You've got good routes in and out of Oakland. Also, the major truck lines, their major terminals are in Oakland.
The trucks are able to get in and out without going through the heart of the city and getting in all the congested traffic.
The truck rates are based mainly on distance, and the distances from Oakland to the major shipping and receiving areas is less, and consequently the freight rates are less.
And Oakland's total transit time, from ship to customer, is the envy of every port on the coast. Trucks can deliver cargo direct, take it to one of the nearby distribution terminals, or to the railroads.
It's a short haul for them to bring them down, and it's no hassle. It's fast.
Three of the country's most efficient and best equipped railroads, Southern Pacific, Western Pacific, and Santa Fe, all have their western terminuses close to the Port of Oakland.
Here, the rail heads are right here, and their container freight stations are right with them.
We can take a container off in a minute and 30 seconds and have it loaded. Just a case of lifting it off and let the truck pull away with his chassis and go. Just keep pushing.
From Oakland, you can ship long distance across the country by piggyback, flat car, unit train, or by conventional freight car.
We get a container into Oakland, and I can have it in the Midwest within 72 hours, or on the East Coast in, 5 days. The day I get the container, the day I get the booking, they're gone.
Oakland has the versatility to ship anything, or just about anything, to any port in the world.
There are even special docks for roll-on, roll-off ships. This system of ocean transportation turns the entire ship into a floating warehouse. Goods are driven straight on at one port and straight off at the next. Many Pacific shippers find the roll-on, roll-off system makes moving their cargo much simpler. With all the new ways of loading and shipping, much of the world's cargo still moves in the traditional way. And Oakland's modern break bulk facilities serve the major steamship lines calling on the Pacific coast.
This is particularly important in the European trade, where some points of origin are, like the Mediterranean areas, are not yet, I say yet, ready for container transport.
Cargoes that can't be containerized are usually large pieces of pipe, big units of lumber, heavy steel coils, where so much space would be used by putting in a container, you just put it in the bottom hold of a ship.
Whether it's break bulk or in a container, Oakland ships just about anything you can imagine.
We've had racehorses, cattle, pigs, live, of course. Heavy lifts, big caterpillars, pick up half houses, big long lengths of pipe, animals, elephants.
A lot of clothing, a lot of liquors, and a lot of televisions, radios, transistors.
You have pork coming in. We've had oranges from Florida.
A lot of stuff out of France, like wines, liqueurs, and a lot of beer out of Germany, and scotch, which comes from where?
Machinery, food products, electronics.
Canned goods, dried fruit, cotton, smaller parcels of lumber.
Oakland gets just about anything that you can get, even stinking hides.
We have bulk containers where they just pour in grain or rabbit food or whatever it happens to be.
Just about anything will go into a container, anything from apples to zebras.
With the growing importance of air freight, it's significant that the Oakland International Airport is operated by the port, too. Its wide choice of flights and closeness to the docks makes sea-air transportation very practical. And its closeness to Bay Area industries makes it especially useful for shipments on very tight schedules. Your cargo may move in a container, even when you don't have enough to fill a container. The Oakland Distribution Terminal is used to a great extent to consolidate less than container loads. If you ship through the ODT, you save coming and going. Imports are trucked in at no extra cost from the nearby docks, sorted and put together with other cargo for fast delivery across country.
Mainly the Oakland Distribution Terminal consolidates small shipments into larger ones in order to take advantage of some low freight rates published for higher volumes of freight.
If you're exporting, the Oakland Distribution Terminal can save you time by containerizing your shipment with other cargo bound for the same destination overseas. And they make sure it leaves on the first ship going your way, often cutting days off the delivery schedule.
Cargo comes in from various points in the United States, from New York, Chicago, St. Paul, Savannah, Georgia, New Orleans, St. Louis, Houston, Boston, and Nebraska, meat, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and this all comes to Oakland for export.
You have freight coming in from all over.
They've got the system here of getting the cargo into the yards, or getting the containers through the yards instead of letting it sit out on the street fronts and block all the traffic. The exporter can look to the Port of Oakland as a direct access to the high seas and to foreign lands on the trade routes of the world.
the quicker you can get the ship off of the dock and on its way to sea, the more money everybody makes, because the cargo's moving, the ship isn't tied up, and everybody's ahead of the game.
You just look at the schedules and you see that container ships remain less than 24 hours. Break bulk ships remain a couple of days when calling into Oakland. That's the best proof of the efficient handling and the fast turnover.
We work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never shut down.
On an average, a container or break bulk ship leaves Oakland every 8 hours.
You know, like streetcars, if you miss one, you catch the next one. They're going all over the world, all over the world.
We have services to the Far East, we have them to Australia, we have them to Europe, containerized services, break bulk services.
The new fast services existing between continental Europe, United Kingdom, and the West Coast are such that goods can be delivered within 20 days maximum after they leave Oakland.
Oakland is the last port of call outbound for many ships going to the Far East. The new super container ships can reach Japan in 5.5 days.
As the steamship companies have new requirements, the port is endeavoring to meet those requirements 2 or 3 years in advance.
While other ports and other cities talk about doing something, the Port of Oakland actually does it.
Oakland has built a vast, modern port, close to railroads and major highways, tying shippers all over the United States to destinations throughout the world.
Oakland is smooth.
When people are counting on you, you want to ship the most efficient way possible. So you've got to specify Oakland.